Now
What's
to
this?
Italy, where Parliament voted unanimously to introduce femicide as a specific crime in the country's penal code. This is the moment parliamentarians approved the law with no votes against it. It will apply to all murders motivated by hatred, discrimination, domination or subjugation of a woman because of her gender. The crime...
Wow. I guess, though, I can't imagine that would ever pass in the United States because, I mean, so many crimes against women occur anyway. So many policies and institutions are against women anyway, that even if a law like this passed, they would just find some justification or excuse to say that what it was isn't that. So, that is good news. I wonder what prompted this. And sorry for I'm missing your last comment there, Jason. But yeah, that is the quote-unquote American dream, the worker dream, the regular citizen dream of any country is what you were writing out there. Yeah.
will now automatically trigger a life sentence. In a symbolic move, the vote marked the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, November the 25th. Well, latest figures show that in 2024, 116 women were killed in Italy. 106 of those are said to be motivated by gender. In recent years, one of the most high-profile cases was the murder of a student brutally stabbed to death by her ex-boyfriend in 2023 and later dumped by a lakeside. The crime shocked the country, triggering a wider debate on violence against women. Well, let's speak now to freelance journalist Silvia Boccardi in Milan, who has been closely following the story. Silvia, thank you very much for joining us on BBC News. How big a moment is this?
Well, it really depends on how you consider the law. So this new law actually strengthens penalties for murders committed in the context of domestic or gender-based violence. And as you were saying, it introduces measures such as life in jail for femicides. It is a bipartisan law, which is significant in a country where usually gender issues are often politically divisive. Some people see it as just symbolic because this law still focuses largely on reactive measures, protecting women after violence has occurred rather than preventing it. And
I was waiting for that. Great. If you harm a woman, your ass is grass. But changing people's brain chemistry and societal cultural norms so that people don't attack women in the first place, that is the problem that needs addressed, right? Nobody has to make an extra law to say that cannibalism is bad, because universally it is accepted that cannibalism and Nazism, those things were considered universally horrible, right? Just unacceptable behavior. But now all of a sudden it's okay to be racist, it's acceptable to be misogynist, transphobic, Islamophobic, all these other phobias and discriminatory beliefs and values are being given platforms, are being given credibility in open discourse on news networks and in debates. People are getting elected and using these values and these terms as their platform. And of course it's being perpetrated and exacerbated by foreign influence. Literally foreign influence, making it worse in our country. So, what we need to do is stop promoting hatred against women and brown people and black people and anybody who isn't lily white in Europe and America and different than the dominant race, and start embracing our diversity in the modern times, because we are a multicultural species. We are just a multiple ethnic group. Like, no country is pure anything now. And those that remain pure are going to stagnate because you are missing the strengths that other cultures, ideas, and viewpoints bring to making a greater society, right? If you continue to stay in your little lane, you can only travel in that lane. And if you're not allowed to deviate, or if you crush any deviation from it, you will only eventually digress or regress, as we are seeing.